I'm not nearly 4,000 pounds, so I'm not one of them. They have long tusks. You're right, it's been walrus all along. I just wanted to see how long I could drag it out. So, before I go any further, let's have a round of applause for our zookeepers and our kitty pets as they join us on stage. So the type of training that you're going to see us demonstrate here is called, well, you're not going to pay attention to me while you're looking at these guys. These are our two of our 3 sea lions. Give them all a nice wave. So the big guy on stage left here, that is Nico. And the one on the step is Subi. She is actually the oldest of the 3 at 16 years old. Yes. So the type of training that we do here, this is called operant conditioning with positive reinforcement. She's heard this part of the talk way too many times. If you've never heard a sea lion heckle someone, that's it right there. What this type of training means is the zookeepers will ask them for a behavior, and this behavior is called porpoising. This is something that they might do in the wild, so we give them this type of training. One reason is to have them practice the same kind of behaviors, to express the behaviors they would need to survive in the wild. Another reason for this training is for husbandry purposes. Do you see how flexible they are? So husbandry means animal health care, and so we'll do things that let us see their flexibility, their strength, their coordination. We'll also do things for their dental health. Anybody here brush their teeth this morning before you came to the zoo? I mean, I'll be honest, if I don't see every hand up, I'm going to have questions. Can we all see our big smiles? So our teeth, if we're doing everything right, are nice pearly white. Sea lions actually have brown enamel on their teeth. So their dental enamel just is a darker color than ours. So if you look, open up and say, oh, there, yeah, you take a good look at that. Those are perfectly healthy sea lion teeth. Basically, that's a mouthful of sharpened fish hooks, or of straightened fish hooks, because that is their main diet, and fish are pretty slippery. So in this training, when they do the behavior we've asked them to do, if you listen really closely, in the gaps where I'm not talking, there aren't any, spoiler alerts, you'll hear a click. That click is actually a signal to them that they've done the behavior we've asked, and the reward is on the way. Sometimes you just can't get fish out of the bucket fast enough for a hungry seal or sea lion. And then the reward is reinforcement. It's something they really like, so they will do the same behavior again if we ask them in the future. So I hope, if any parents here, I hope you're taking notes, because this training does work on kids. So the reward is the reinforcement. So we basically associate doing these behaviors for us with getting something that's very positive. Like I said, another reason for this training is for husbandry, for healthcare purposes. Subi is demonstrating a body present right now, so she'll hold very still, give the zookeeper a chance to check her skin and fur for any injuries or irregularities. Do any of you ever have to go in for checkups, maybe once or twice a year? Yeah, you all go see your vet? Yeah. Do you ever get nervous when it's time to go in? You don't know your doctor very well? You don't always know what's expected of you? It can be the same way with Subi and Nico and visits from... See, you can get nervous sometimes when Subi and Nico have visits from our vet. And so because we do this training 3 times a day, every day of the week, it becomes part of their normal routine. Although I bet most of you haven't ever had to do a dance routine during one of your checkups. That's okay. That's because not all of the behaviors they do are husbandry behaviors, but that's a big part of it. Another reason for this training, and I know it's working because the way you're all laughing, definitely not my terrible jokes, but at these guys. So this is an opportunity for you all to kind of peer behind the curtain, to kind of see how we take care of our animals. And you also, while Subi and Nico are working, you'll see that they do a lot of the same behaviors, but they each do it kind of their own way. So that is a sea lion high five. And I know that this is working because you start to develop a little bit of empathy for our animals and start to kind of care about them as individuals. And I can tell because you all just went, oh, right now, right on cue. So So maybe right now it's not just the sea lions we're training, but also our audience.
Now,
as I mentioned, these guys are sea lions, and one of the ways you can tell them from seals is how they move. So Subi has been walking around on all 4 flippers, rotating them under her body so it's as if she has 4 legs. She can even go in reverse. Seals actually have much shorter flippers, and they use their back flippers to propel themselves, whether they're on land or on ground or in the water. And that is Subi demonstrating her seal impression. Well, I'm getting my animals confused. That is our sea lion imitating a seal. And that is a method of locomotion, the scientific term for which is godolphin. True story, it's in scientific papers. Now, I was talking about operant conditioning, so how many of you saw the hoop, and as soon as you sat down, hope someone would jump through that hoop? There you go, that's for all of you. You've been such a good audience. So we don't always have them jump through the hoop in every program that we do. We do different behaviors each time. So honestly, when I come up here and start doing my introduction, I have no idea even which animals are going to be up here. So I'm just like you, I don't know what's going to happen next. Now, like I said, they will get fish. Mostly they get capelin as their reward. And then at the end of training, the sea lions in particular will get pinniped popsicles. That's what I like to call all the ice that was in the bottom of their bucket, soaking up all the fish. So now they will eat about a third of their own ice and then switch and check out each other's ice. Right on cue. Do any of you have more than one dog at home? Do you recognize this kind of behavior, like having to police the dog's bowls to make sure they don't sample each other's diet? Well, the reason they share this behavior with dogs is both dogs and pinnipeds are members of a group of animals called carnivorans. That's a big group of animals that includes pinnipeds, and includes canines, like your dogs at home, and like our wolves, and also felids, like cats, and ursids, like our polar bears. And because they all share a lot of the same behaviors, we can actually adapt this training to all these different animals. So has anybody seen our polar bear exhibit yet today?
No.
Maybe not our polar bears because they might be sleeping in all the sunshine. But in the middle of the indoor exhibit, there's a big mesh barrier, and at the bottom there is